What's up, everybody? This is Rafe West. I haven't been in this setting for a little while, but let's talk some shit, In this video, I wanted to talk to you about how businesses lose customers. How to lose customers, things that I've personally been witnessing. I'm no business expert by any means, but how I notice how you can lose customers. If I was a business owner, I think. See, I'm a practical person, right? Well, let me start even before that. There are two types of customers out there, that if they run into bad service, they will do one of two things. The first customer is the one that will complain and say, let me see the manager, and at the higher scale of that, like file a lawsuit against the company. But, the one that will complain, they know how to write stuff. I want to see the manager. I want to see a supervisor. They know how to get free stuff. They just know how it works. They know that a complaining customer will get into the ears of the company, and they just know how it works. Okay? So then there's the second type of customer. Okay? There's the second type of customer that simply doesn't come back. I fall into the second category. I haven't run into anything really catastrophic yet that I would want to speak or write to the company. But I'm the second type, the type that doesn't even come back. And there's a lot of people like that. It's not that they're passive. It's just that that's what they do. They'll go somewhere else, to your competitor. Okay? And then I want to give some examples of how companies lose customers. Here's an example that I could think of even here, this YouTube channel. Comments are there to be answered, I believe. I look at it as customer service. You want to respond to comments. Now, I think if someone has a bigger channel, they seem not to respond. But if you're starting out, you want to respond to every comment as soon as possible. Sometimes you miss some comments. I know they go to your email. Like I miss some, and I'll find a comment on videos from way back, and then I'll go and I'll respond to them. Especially, and you don't have to respond to every comment, but especially questions. You want to respond. It's a form of customer service. So by not responding, I think you lose, in the YouTube example, subscribers or viewers, followers. Okay? Now let me give some examples of real life. I went in a store the other day, and it was a deli, and they have their menu in front here, the type of sandwiches, this and that. They'll name it, and then they'll have all the ingredients, like, I don't know, the New York, let's say the Times Square hero. Okay, and they'll have 7 or 8 ingredients. So I went in there. Well, actually, it didn't even happen to me. I saw somebody go in there, and they asked them, they said, I'll take the Times Square sandwich. And the guy behind the counter said, can you tell me what's on it? Okay. Instead of having, like, let's say this is the sign. Instead of having it behind would be the solution, so you can just look up, or a menu somewhere. He asked the customer, can you tell me what's in it? And the customer was a female, and she said, never mind, and she went and ordered something else. Then I heard her on the way out said, the next time I want a sandwich, I'm just going to go to the deli down the block. Okay? When all they had to do was put, here's the front of the sign, maybe in the back, the same thing. I want the Times Square sandwich. Okay, so the guy can look up and see what's there. Okay? So, you know, that's a way to lose customers. Um, you know, why people, and I'm not the manager, I'm not the supervisor, and I can figure that out from an outsider looking in, that all you have to do is that simple fix, you know. And I bet you half a year from now, I'll walk in there and it'll be the same thing. Now, even if the guy was new, you can't really say, you know, there's still no excuse for him not having the menu in front of him somewhere. Okay? Now, here's another thing. I noticed this, and this might fall into the scam category, but even if it's not, um, everything is done through text message these days. All right? And I notice texting, let's say you're looking for a place to buy, an apartment or a place to buy or to rent. And you go and you answer these ads, you answer all these ads, and they get back to you only through text. Now, when I asked a real live agent about this, they told me, first of all, it's no good, it's horrible, it's a way of losing clients because you think it's a scam. We live in a very scam-filled world, especially with the internet. So she told me maybe they're Asian and their English is not that good, which is why they only text. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but they probably took the exam to become an agent in English. So, and at some point, you want to meet someone in person or you want to talk with someone for real. Okay? So that's another example of losing customers. You know, and I see this a lot. There was another example, and I can't think of it at the moment. Poor planning on my part, but I see all these kind of examples in the world of how you can easily lose business. And I think here in NYC, it's a numbers game, so you don't really see the losses that much. Maybe in mid-America or some small town, upstate Pennsylvania, you have to be more efficient because you don't want them to go to the one other place down the road, right? Because you say down the road in those rural areas. In cities, you say up the block. So maybe that, maybe they have to be more efficient then. I don't know. But it leads me to believe that those are very efficient ways to lose customers because, you know, especially there's a lot of people who do that second customer thing that I told you guys about, and they'll just leave, you know, and they won't come back. They'll go somewhere else. I've done this. You know, here's another example. Actually, I'm thinking of a good one now, and I didn't witness this, but I saw how when you don't attend to things immediately, you can lose customers. They lost me as a customer. I used to go to this place, this market. It's like a food. It has a buffet area and everything. Buffet area. And they don't have an A rating. Here in NYC, they go by ratings. They'll put like a big A or B. I've never seen a C or D. I think it's either an A or B rating by the health department. They have a B rating, but I used to not go by that, but I'm going to start going by that now. I'm only going to go to 8 places. So this place, I overheard, or I know of someone, I know of a friend, he tells me that he went in there. Well, he didn't tell it to me, but I heard him telling to someone. Okay, it was a group of us. We know each other. And I heard him saying that, I'm not going to that market anymore. And the other guy said, well, how come? And he said, because when he went in there, there was a homeless person who waltzed in there, and out of the buffet food trays that you can scoop out each thing, they have like different things, and make your own plate, close it up, and go pay for it. Okay? out of all the things there, he came in, and I don't know if it was with his hands or not, started just eating out of the buffet. And he also furthermore added that no one did anything about it. You know, so just hearing that story, I haven't been back there since. Okay, and I may never go back again. You know, and that is an example of when you don't attend to something immediately, right? You don't attend to something. It's just not a good thing when you don't attend to something. So these are some examples, you know, of how businesses lose customers. I'm a practical person, so I notice and observe everything. I'm very step by step. You know, I think I would be a good business owner because I would really, you know. Oh, here's one other example, and I was going to think of this. I go to a barber shop, a specific barber shop, um, and then I also went to a real estate place the other day. All right, and the barber shop especially, every time I go, it says it opens at 11 o'clock, for example. You go at 11, a quarter to, a quarter after, 11:30, almost noon. They're never open at 11, you know. And they always open afternoon, you know. That's another way of losing customers because that same barbershop, there's been many times where I've walked away and went to another one. Okay? And then the other one sometimes, well, they don't have hours posted, I think, but sometimes no one's there either. So maybe it's a city thing that people think they can get away with it, you know, because you're eventually going to come back, or the numbers are so large that it doesn't really matter. Um, no one's ever on time. And that, especially in it's fall now, but it's been feeling like winter. We almost went here like straight from summer to winter, no fall. So you go through that, okay? You go there and they're never open on time. And I've walked to other places and some people may walk away completely. You know, you go there, especially when they're about to open the doors because maybe you have other things to do and you want to get your day underway. So those are some examples, guys. I want to keep this video short. Those are some examples on how to lose customers, how businesses lose customers. Let me know what you guys think about this, if you've run into this, and ways that you used to be a customer of something and maybe have walked away. Or, you know, I'd like to hear some of those stories, okay? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up, hit the likes, and let me know, because I think those are prime ways of losing customers. Let me know what you guys think, okay, guys? I gotta go, but I will talk with you guys another time. Hopefully this was of value. Watch yourself if you have a business or if we're all customers to something, right? So, yeah, let me know, guys, what you guys think about all this, okay? And I will speak with you guys another time, all right? Take care. Peace.